Now, if you're a golfer who wants to rotate better in a downswing, maybe you struggle a lot with early extensions, standing up in the downswing. You have to slow your arms down to be able to fix and get better at both of those issues. Because I'm constantly seeing with lessons that are being sent in to me on Skillist, is I'm seeing golfers start their downswing far too fast with their arms. So the first thing they're moving in their downswing sequencing is their arms. Now that can cause some golfers to swing over the top. Arms moving too fast too early can push them in front. It can also force them dead straight down. Regardless of what issue that is, it's a horrendous fault because then your arms are moving at a faster rate than your body. So in essence, your arms are beating the body to the golf ball. Now, why that's such a problem is because if my arms are winning the race to the golf ball, the body has to make room for the arms to pass through me. Because those arms traveling fast from here, you're going to get the right arm start to extend. Now, if you stay in your posture whilst that right arm starts to extend into the golf ball via fast arms in the downswing, you're just going to fat the golf ball. So, of course, what is fatting the golf ball going to do? You're not going to hit your target, are you? Fatting the golf ball. So, what the body tries to do all the time with faults, your faults are there, especially in a downswing, so you can hit the ball to your target. So what the body has to do to make way for these fast arms, it can't rotate, it can't stay in posture, it's going to fat the shot. So the body has to stand up, upper body has to raise up, make room for those arms to pass through the shot, which we know will result in a massive amount of inconsistency. If the upper body is raising upwards, hands and arms passing through, you're always going to roll flip release. That's going to mean this club face is square for an absolute millisecond. That's not consistent in a round of golf. But we're also going to see a massive lack of power. So swinging with just your arms, you're not utilizing your body's rotational torquing and your body's extension properly to be able to hit that golf shot with any power. We need good rotational movements with that ground, how your body's reacting to it, and we need very good vertical movements to be able to produce power. Just moving your arms might create some little bit of vertical thrust, but not enough to be able to create any type of distance or speed. If we utilize our body more, we can produce more power via whipping that club more through the golf ball. Just hear how much more powerful that sound was. So to ultimately get the arms to be slower in a downswing, we ultimately want them to feel light and loose. We really want them to feel like they're completely like spaghetti arms at the top here, to where when you're turning, those arms have got no tension in them. There's no way that they're going to fire out too fast then. So that's a good feel to have, just those hands and arms relaxing, staying where they are, so then your body can start to win the race. Now that's good, but of course that's not a proper drill, is it? Now you know me, I like to give you drills. So what's the best one to do for this? Why I'm laughing, because I say it all the time in my videos. Because it's like I'm thinking, oh God, I'm talking about this again, because yes, I am. And that is the resistance band attached to an upright. Now, I can't do anything with my arms now, so I'm at the top of the backswing position here. So all I can do is move my body. Again, what's this doing? This is training the right movement pattern. This is training the sequencing, the correct sequence in the downswing. The lower body and the mid-torso area, rib cage down, turning as we're starting. The arms are the very last thing you want to move in that downswing transition. We certainly don't want it to happen first, like we know. This trains that, because you can't physically do it because there's too much resistance here. So it trains that body movement. Brilliant. That's a great one to do for it. We could have an additional thing, like say, because I know a lot of you don't have something like this that you can do with an upright of a net and a resistance band. You can just grab your left arm, place it up against your chest here, really pin it there, turn your lower body, turn your mid-torso, keep that left arm pinned back. It's going to slow down that rate of movement of your arms. But you can also do another drill. Now this drill is awesome. I've done this so much in my own game. Then probably seen it in a few recent videos as well, how to stay down through the golf ball. I've featured this drill in. Now all we do, get an alignment stick, place it underneath our trail arm there. So it's in my armpit of my right arm. Now what I want to do, I want to get up to the top of my swing. You're going to see how your left arm's going to be in contact with this stick. And then as we move in the downswing, we want our left arm to stay in contact with the stick. I have to feel light and loose to be able to do that. I can physically feel my body moving and my left arm staying on this with a light and loose feeling, then my arms won't be out racing my body. Because if I start to have my arms race too much, whether it goes out, whether it goes in, my left arm will always detach from this stick. If my arms are following my body's movement, you're going to see how they're going to stay, that left arm's going to stay in contact with the stick's going to point towards the ground. If my body raises up to make way for the arms, stick's pointing in front of me. Just a good one for the visual here. Now let's hit one. Good. Really nice strikes this creates. So another one here. Again, just keeping this left arm touching the stick pointing towards the ground in the downswing. Really, really nice. I really, really like this. Awesome. So if you do those drills and then implement that light and loose kind of ragdoll feeling of your arms at the top and then move into the downswing, then they're going to follow your body's rotation. Then they're going to not be beating the body to the golf ball. You're going to be shooting much better scores and having better strikes with better rotation, no early extension. Awesome. Now, before we end it, this is not going to mean you're going to get stuck. You're not going to get stuck at all. So don't need to worry about that. We're talking about the body beating the club, not beating the club as in the club traveling more behind us, not being in behind our pivots as well. It's just timing up, making the sequencing of events happen how we want it to in the downswing. So absolutely, if you enjoyed this video, of course, click that like button. If you want more golf instruction just like this, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button too to be notified every time I put out a video. So slow those arms down, you'll be playing better.